The haunting betrayal. Once upon a chilling autumn evening, in a quaint little town nestled amongst dark woods, lived a woman named Emily. She had a seemingly perfect life, married to a loving husband named David, and they lived in a beautiful old house on the outskirts of town. However, hidden beneath the facade of happiness, Emily sensed a growing distance between her and David. So one night, when David claimed he was working late at his office, Emily couldn't ignore her gut feeling any longer. She decided to pay him a surprise visit, hoping to find solace in his embrace and put her suspicions to rest. As she approached the dimly lit building, a haunting silence surrounded her, amplifying the dread that gnawed at her heart. Once inside, Emily hesitated before knocking on the door to David's office. A muffled voice answered from within, and her heart sank as she recognized it to be a woman's voice, filled with tender affection. Her hand trembled, but she pushed the door open and found herself facing a scene that shattered her world. There in the dim light of the office sat David with another woman. Locked in a passionate embrace, their laughter echoed like sinister melodies, each sound stabbing Emily's heart. "David, how could you?" Emily's voice wavered as tears welled up in her eyes. David turned pale, his guilt evident, but his expression held no remorse. "Emily, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Sorry. That's all you can say." Emily choked on her words, her pain turning into anger. Haunted by disbelief, Emily fled from the office, her heart racing as if chased by unseen demons. She drove home through the dark woods, feeling like a ghost in her own life. As she reached the old house, she found the shadows more menacing than before, as if the very walls held memories of betrayal. Days passed, and Emily found herself trapped in a loop of misery and despair. Sleep eluded her, and strange noises plagued her nights. She began seeing apparitions of a ghostly woman in her dreams, and caught glimpses of the same spectre lurking in the corners of her vision during the day. One night, Emily's torment escalated to a terrifying crescendo. As she lay in bed, a chilling breeze swept through the room, and a ghostly presence enveloped her. The spectre of the woman who had stolen her husband materialized before her, her face contorted with malevolence.
"You can't have him back. He's mine now, forever,"
the ghostly woman taunted, her voice an icy tone that sent shivers down Emily's spine. In desperation, Emily sought help from a local historian who delved into the town's dark past. He uncovered a tragic tale of love, betrayal, and murder. The spirit haunting Emily was the vengeful soul of a woman who was betrayed by her lover and left to suffer in isolation until death. Determined to break the curse, Emily confronted David and the other woman, pleading for them to end their illicit affair and free her from the haunting. But their hearts were tainted by greed and desire, and they mocked her pleas, dismissing the ghostly apparitions as mere hallucinations. Fueled by her newfound purpose, Emily researched ways to cleanse the house and lift the curse. With the help of a wise old woman known for her knowledge of the supernatural, she embarked on a perilous journey to save her soul from eternal torment. The ritual was both terrifying and grueling, but Emily endured, fueled by the love she once had for David and her determination to reclaim her life. As the final incantation echoed through the house, a blinding light engulfed the room, and the ghostly woman's apparition dissipated into the ether. The curse had been broken, but the ordeal had taken its toll on Emily. She chose to leave the town behind, seeking solace in a place where memories of betrayal and haunting spirits couldn't follow. But even as she moved on, she knew that the horrors of that fateful night would forever be etched into her soul, a constant reminder of the darkness that could seep into even the most idyllic of lives. As Emily left the town behind, she found herself in a remote coastal village, far from the haunting memories of her past. The salty sea air brought a sense of renewal, but scars of betrayal ran deep within her heart, despite the distance. She couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that the ghostly spectre still lingered, perhaps seeking vengeance. In her new home, a small cottage perched atop a cliff overlooking the roaring waves, Emily sought solace in the beauty of nature. She spent her days exploring the rugged coastline, finding comfort in the rhythmic sound of the ocean's embrace against the shore. But her nights were restless, plagued by nightmares of the vengeful spirit seeking her out. During one particularly eerie night, as a storm brewed on the horizon, Emily heard a haunting melody carried by the howling wind. A mournful voice sang a tale of lost love and betrayal. Echoing through the corridors of her mind, she felt a chilling presence surrounding her, and dread tightened its grip on her heart. As the ghostly melody intensified, a flickering light danced through the darkened room. Emily turned to find a shimmering apparition, the same vengeful spirit from her past, floating before her. The woman's eyes bore into Emily's soul, filled with anguish and malice.
"You can't escape me,"
the ghostly figure taunted, her voice echoing through Emily's very being.
"I'll follow you wherever you go, haunting you for eternity."
Fear threatened to consume Emily, but she mustered her courage and remembered the old woman's teachings. She knew she had to confront the spirit once and for all. "Why do you haunt me? What do you want from me?" she asked, her voice quivering. The ghostly woman's features softened momentarily, revealing a glimmer of sorrow. "I once loved as you did, with all my heart. But my lover betrayed me, and in my pain, I became bound to this world. Now, my soul seeks retribution, and it shall not rest until justice is served." Emily felt her heartache for the spirit's tragic tale, but she knew that she couldn't be the one to deliver the justice the ghost sought. Instead, she mustered empathy and compassion, offering a different path to both of them. "Let go of your pain and anger," Emily urged, her voice steady despite her fear. "Revenge will only bring more suffering. Find peace, and perhaps you can move on." The ghostly woman hesitated, her spectral form flickering uncertainly. The storm outside intensified, mirroring the turmoil within her soul. For a fleeting moment, hope glimmered in her eyes, as if the chains of revenge loosened just a little. The ghostly woman hesitated, her spectral form flickering uncertainly. The storm outside intensified, mirroring the turmoil within her soul. For a fleeting moment, hope glimmered in her eyes, as if the chains of revenge loosened just a little. I don't know how to let go," the spirit whispered, her voice a whisper in the tempest. "I'm trapped in this torment." Emily took a step closer, extending a hand toward the tormented soul. "I can help you find peace. Let me guide you towards the light," she implored, the weight of her own heartache blending with the spirit's sorrow. The ghostly woman reached out hesitantly, her incorporeal hand touching Emily's, and in that moment, a sense of connection passed between them. A surge of energy coursed through Emily, and she felt a profound understanding of the spirit's pain. Drawing on her strength and newfound connection, Emily embraced the vengeful spirit with a heartfelt embrace of compassion. As she did, she felt an overwhelming release of pent-up emotions, and witnessed the spirit's ethereal form dissolve into the storm outside. The following morning, as the storm receded, Emily felt a sense of peace within herself. The ghostly presence had vanished, leaving her with a renewed spirit. She knew that she had helped the tormented soul find the peace it so desperately sought, and in turn had found her own solace. In the months that followed, Emily's life took on a new meaning. She immersed herself in her art, painting the breathtaking coastal scenery that surrounded her. And gradually, the weight of the past lightened. The memory of the haunting betrayal remained, but it no longer defined her. And so, Emily's journey through darkness and horror had transformed her into a beacon of light and compassion. She had learned that the truest strength came not from revenge, but from embracing empathy, forgiveness, and the healing power of understanding. Her life had been forever changed, and she vowed to never let the darkness consume her again. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to the channel.